So, Danika, semi-final this weekend. How excited are you for that?
Oh, it's going to be our first real contest of the season, I think, as well. And what a team to go up against St Helens. I think it'll be the third time we've met them in a semi, and it's going to be our real test of where we're at as a squad this season as well. So it's exciting for loads of reasons. It's a Challenge Cup. We're current holders, so we've got to defend our title. Playing Bradford in the quarters the other day you could feel the excitement around it all. So I'm sure this is going to be stepped up 10 times what the quarterfinals were.
It's been a long time, but you played in the 2019 final. What are your memories from that day?
It was a massive milestone for me, just coming back from injury. So I remember just really enjoying the game, which is quite rare on a final because obviously the nerves normally take over. But I just remember enjoying it. I remember appreciating where we were as a triple header, being shown on the BBC Red Button and like the milestones that rugby were making as well. I think I figured out that if we make this final, or should I say if, it'll be my fourth Challenge Cup in a row that I've been involved in somehow. And they seem just to get better and better. So Bradford, we went there, and then Leeds, my first year I was injured, then finally got to play. And then it'd be really nice to could potentially be a swan song type of thing, depending on how the season goes. So, every year seems to get better, and every year holds its own little memories, I think.
And you missed last week. Are you hoping to be back for Sunday?
Yeah, out of isolation from Thursday night. Not allowed to train with the girls, but Omar, our new S&C, has been fantastic. And within a couple of hours of me mentioning I was going into isolation, he sent me forward a pretty hectic programme. So I'm keeping up with the girls in terms of training and managing to keep my fitness going. So, I'll unfortunately miss the team run Thursday, but I'm hoping that there's some element of experience that's going to carry me through.
And the isolation has not been team related, obviously. It's just in your work.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I've managed to go 14 months with avoiding it. So on the grand scheme, I'm really lucky. I'm healthy. I've tested negative about 8 times now. And it was just unfortunate close contact for a split second. So yeah, just the nature of the job. And like I say, I've been really lucky to avoid it for the last 14 months. So I guess it was my time, just annoyingly that it was over the rugby season, but we're back, so it's fine.
The team have made a flying start to the season, haven't they? The likes of Fran Goldthorpe looks like she's picked up where she left off. How impressed have you been with your teammates this season?
Oh, it's been a bit of an eye-opener because with the new girls that they've brought in, there's been I'm 19 years older than some of them, so it's been a bit of a shock to the system. Still giving as good as I can get, but the likes of Fran, we have Adoa who's 17, Lucy Murray. All come in and really earn a spot. All McCallion, Stan, they've all been absolutely fantastic. They've fit into the squad perfectly, and they've really shown what they're worth on the field. I think I'm always going to say it that Leeds is probably the tightest team I've ever played for, in the sense that everyone's everybody's friend, and as cliche and as cheesy as it sounds, it's genuine. And the girls have just got stuck in, and the banter's flying around. It's Zoe and Sam all come from Newcastle way. So a lot of the time we're just taking the mick on how they speak or not been understanding them. But yeah, the team I bring up the average age somewhat, but all the young girls are really making a name for themselves, and I can't wait to see how they go on in the next couple of seasons as well.
Yeah, the transition from the time off to playing again seems like it's been a really easy thing to get back into.
Yeah, it was weird because we were all like, oh, we've got a while yet to play, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, it's here. And it seemed no time at all. And I think after that first game, the girls were kind of like, right, this is it. And we've been very lucky in our lead up in the season, in the sense that it's been quite a nice. We had York before York, we're now York, and having the likes of Featherstone and Bradford, who all put up a good fight, but are also kind of warming us up nicely as well. We'll see how we're at without the pressure of facing Saints and the likes of them. So it's been a really nice season, and it's just not, like you say, Fran Goldthorpe, she's just ridiculous. Put a wager on how many points she's going to score this season. Adoa's being wicked, and Caitlin Beavers is Caitlin Beavers and will never change. So they're just awesome. And it's when you get on the pitch, I might say I'm 19 years, 20 years older than some, but when on the pitch, often I feel one of the youngest and go to them for experience and advice.
You mentioned St Helens there. They've also got off to a flying start. It is really going to be a challenge, isn't it, on Sunday?
Yeah, the only thing you can go off at the minute is points, and we haven't played any of their teams. They haven't played any of ours, really. But one thing we're really proud of, apart from Wakefield scoring 4 on Sunday, is that we've nailed a couple of teams to our defence obviously seems to be quite good, whereas Saints have let a couple more than us. That's the only thing we've got to go on at the minute. But we know that over past seasons, our defence has been something we really pride ourselves on. So we've kind of got to make sure that's on form. And then, some of the plays we've got going on, it's so connected and so well kind of drilled at the minute. It feels really comfortable playing in the middle of the pack, and you've got Hannah and Courtney either side because the communication is on point. So we just got to concentrate on those. It's going to be a good contest, but that's what rugby's about. So I'm looking forward to it, and let's just hope our defence was up there on Saturday.
And the game on BBC, how big is that for the women's game?
Oh, it's huge, isn't it? And I think the younger girls are all like, oh yeah, BBC. And I'm like, no, girls, this is the BBC. Red button on Saturday, and then, the finals live on BBC too. It's just, for women's sport in general, to have it on terrestrial TV is huge. And for it to be our sport in a relatively new kind of form is just incredible. And it's great to have the backing from the BBC that they'll put it on, and, the support that they're trying to give us, and to get the game out there is just wicked. And it can only grow, isn't it? Can't it? Maybe next year we might see Wembley, who knows? But it's a step in the right direction. It's just a great spectacle for our game, because I'm sure it's going to be a great semi and a great semi.